The bright lights and lively music of the carnival filled the warm summer night air. Children's laughter mingled with the machinery whirring and created a vibrant atmosphere. The Simpson family had just arrived, eager to enjoy their rides and games. 8-year-old Timmy and his 5-year-old sister Emma bounced excitedly as they took in the sights and sounds. "Stay close now," their mother cautioned as she paid the entrance fee. Timmy and Emma raced ahead towards the spinning teacups, oblivious to the warning. Their father chuckled and put his arm around his wife's shoulders. "Let them have some fun," he said. "It's nice to see them enjoying themselves." The family spent the next hour going on rides and playing carnival games. Timmy won a stuffed dragon at the ring toss, clutching it tightly as he showed his sister. Emma's face lit up in awe. "I want one too," she exclaimed. Soon they came across a large crowd gathered around a clown doing magic tricks. He twisted balloon animals into funny shapes, making the children erupt in giggles. With a flourish, he pulled a string of colorful scarves from his sleeve, delighting the kids. "Mommy, can we stay and watch?" Emma pleaded. Her mother hesitated, but her father nodded. "Just for a few minutes," he conceded. The clown caught Emma's eye and motioned for her to come closer. She tentatively approached him. "What's your name, little girl?" he asked in a playful voice. Emma," she stammered. "Well, Emma, have I got a show for you?" The clown proceeded to captivate her with tricks and jokes, and soon Emma's timid smile grew into delighted laughter. After making her a balloon poodle, the clown patted her head. "Run along and enjoy the carnival, Emma." Clutching her new toy, Emma rejoined her family, beaming. Timmy looked longingly back at the show as they walked away. After a ride on the bumper cars, Emma asked for some cotton candy. As they waited in line at a food stall, Timmy grew restless. "Can I go watch the clown?" he asked hopefully. His parents glanced at each other. "I suppose so, just for a few minutes," his mother agreed. "Meet us at the Ferris wheel right after, okay?" Timmy eagerly ran back to where the clown was performing. He pushed his way to the front, eyes wide with anticipation. The clown called him forward, asking his name. Within moments, Timmy was utterly engrossed in the show, laughing loudly. The clown ruffled his hair as he finished the act. Clutching the toy monkey the clown had given him, Timmy turned to leave. As he walked away, the monkey's head suddenly popped off, falling to the ground. Timmy froze, then burst into tears. His parents came running over. "What happened?" his mother asked, picking up the broken toy. "My monkey broke," Timmy sobbed. His father lifted him into his arms to comfort him. Behind them, the clown looked on impassively. Nearby, Emma took a bite of the cotton candy. The sticky webs dissolved instantly in her mouth, leaving only the taste of paper. Puzzled, she examined the cone. It had transformed back into a folded poster. Tears welled up in her eyes, and she ran to her parents. "My cotton candy's all gone," she wailed. Her mother looked confused. "That's strange. It was there just a minute ago." She shot a suspicious glance at the clown, whose painted red smile seemed to grow wider. James stood watching the clown's act, a deep unease growing inside him. He had taken this job at the carnival to make some quick cash, but now he felt compelled to keep a close eye on this clown. As a child, James had an eerie encounter with a clown who had done strange tricks and given him a toy, only for the toy to break moments later. It had ruined his 8th birthday party, leaving him in inconsolable tears. His friends had teased him for reacting so strongly, but an overwhelming sense of loss had plagued him for years after. Seeing the clown making balloons and gifting toys to laughing children now, James was struck by déjà vu. When the kids walked away only to have their toys break or prizes vanish, he felt the stomach drop. James recalled the months of nightmares and pervasive gloom that had followed his own experience. He watched the clown closely, noticing his subtle, chilling smile each time a child went from delighted to despairing. A creeping suspicion took root in James's mind, that this clown was stealing more than toys from these children. He was stealing their joy itself. James knew then what he had to do. He would stop this twisted clown from inflicting despair on these innocent children. James waited until the last carnival guest had left, then made his way towards the performers' trailers. Most were dark, but he saw a light on in the clown's trailer. Quietly, he approached the door. Taking a deep breath, James gave 3 loud knocks. After a moment, the clown emerged, the remains of his makeup still visible beneath the harsh trailer light. "Can I help you?" he asked mildly. James steeled himself. "I wanted to ask if you remember me. from the birthday party all those years ago. The clown's expression remained neutral. I meet a lot of children. Well, you cursed me that day. After you gave me that toy and it broke. I know you're doing the same thing to these kids here. The clown raised his painted eyebrows. You must have me confused with someone else. I would never harm a child. James refused to back down. I know it was you. You're stealing something from them. Something more than just their toys. I can see it in your face after each kid walks away crying. The clown's eyes narrowed slightly, though his tone remained light. Young man, I think you need to get some rest. Carnival work can be exhausting. He moved to close the trailer door, but James lodged his foot in the gap. I'm not going anywhere, he said through gritted teeth. You might have fooled me as a kid, but I know exactly what you are now. The clown's congenial facade finally cracked. An ugly look crossed his face as he wrenched the door open wider. You don't know anything about me, he hissed. I provide laughter and amusement for these children. James stood his ground. You provide a few cheap tricks to gain their trust. Then you curse them. You steal their capacity for joy. He trembled with conviction as he went on. I know how to stop you. I need to end this. For them and for me. It's the only way the madness will stop. Before the clown could react, James pulled a knife from his belt. With a guttural cry, he tackled the clown to the ground. As the two struggled violently, a candle sitting on the counter was knocked over. Flames quickly spread to the cheap paneling and fabric exterior. James managed to pin the clown down. As he raised the knife overhead, ready to strike, the clown's face seemed to melt and morph grotesquely. James froze, transfixed by the hypnotic, revolting movement. The clown produced an otherworldly laugh and flung James off him with a shocking force. As James lay gasping on the floor, he realized the trailer was now rapidly filling with smoke and flames. Foolish boy, the clown growled, all pretense gone. I am eternal, you cannot comprehend what I am. He reached for James with hands now tipped with jagged black talons. Finding his strength, James sat up and plunged the knife into the clown's chest one last time. An unearthly scream pierced the night. The clown staggered back, then crumpled to the ground. James scrambled to his feet and burst out of the trailer door, smoke billowing behind him. The other carnival workers rushed over as James collapsed outside, coughing and wheezing. They turned their hoses on the blazing trailer, but the fire had already consumed most of the interior. As the smoke rose into the night sky, James thought he could hear children's bright laughter once more. The cursed clown had been engulfed by the flames that now lit up the carnival grounds. The legacy of stolen joy had finally been purified. James gazed around slowly, feeling a blissful wave of relief wash over him. It was finished. The curse of the clown had ended. The joy had been returned to its rightful owners at last.